And hopefully Donna can come back in. All right, folks. So today's topic, we're here to talk about food noise and food addiction. And Kim has bravely offered to be in the hot seat. But when Kim watched the last session, I think she wants to share the seat. So we're going to start with Kim. And then if anyone else has questions or wants to jump in, then that will be perfectly fine. Because I feel with this particular topic, there are many reasons why you might suffer with food noise and or addiction. Stress can cause it. Restriction can cause it. Habit loops, just falling into habit can cause it. All or nothing thinking. So the solution, I feel, will vary from person to person depending on what you're experiencing. Makes sense? And then I think there's a slight distinction between food addiction and food noise. So addiction is more like very compulsive behaviors. You don't feel you can stop eating. Um, um, you continue to eat even when you're full. You just keep, you can't stop yourself. Using food to numb or escape reality. Um, where noise is more of an obsession, like you're constantly thinking about food. Um, um, it just causes emotional exhaustion. Someone told me a couple of weeks ago that when they finished eating their food, they're sad. They're emotionally sad that the food is gone. And one can impact the other. So food noise can cause addiction, and addiction can add to that food noise, right? Because you start feeling guilt and shame, and that just snowballs into this feeling that you don't know how to deal with it. And there's varying levels as well. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about factors that can impact both highly, what's it called? Highly processed, hyper palatable foods, highly processed foods. So food scientists actually figure out how much salt and sugar and fats, like unhealthy fats to stabilize a product, how much to put in so that when we eat it, it triggers dopamine. And they found that it's the same pathway firing up like as if you took heroin. So they make these foods super addictive because of that dopamine response. And dopamine is that um, um, neurotransmitter that gets fired like when there's pleasure, like our sexual urges are dopamine, right? And we've done some stupid shit when it comes to that particular aspect, right? So all this stuff makes the food super addictive. Um, Stress, of course. And it's physiological when it gets to a stress response because as your cortisol goes up, you might not recognize it, but your body recognizes that sugar and the carbohydrates will reduce the cortisol. So at some level, it's a reasonable response for your body to go to that cookie, to that cake, and then just want more to reduce the stress. And as we get older, our hormones change. Okay. As we get older, our hormones change and our stress goes up, and it tends to send us to the cupboard even more often. And I think we all have episodes of overeating. I have. All right. So, any questions so far, you guys?
Nope.
Okay. I think we're just going to go to some questions. And so Kim's going to be in the hot seat. She's going to be responding out loud to the questions, but you guys can think about the questions for your own circumstance. Okay. And all we're trying to do is we don't want to get too personal. We don't want to judge, right? This is a no shame zone. We're just trying to look for patterns and then solutions. Okay. So, Kim, thank you for being your brave self. It worked out really well last time when Michelle was in the hot seat because everyone kind of chimed in and we all helped each other. It was really good. So, I'm hoping the same thing happens again today. But I made a list of questions. So, Kim, what feels hardest right now around food?
I think probably like keeping consistent is hard for me. And because I had introduced being gluten free, trying to learn how to cook different meals and what's in the ingredients and sort of cooking to be gluten free. Because I don't just do like a chicken and vegetables kind of thing. I do recipes with sauces and stuff. I
Sure.
find that that's the hardest, like trying to keep consistent and trying to like relearn how to cook different things using different ingredients now, I guess.
Right, right. Now, do you think that you're inconsistent with the gluten, so you're good for a while and then you pull it
No,
back
I'm
in?
consistent with the gluten. I just find that sometimes like the stuff that I'm finding to eat, like maybe like because I have a sweet tooth usually after dinner, or it's almost like
Okay.
having a cigarette. Like like you finish dinner, it's like used to smoke. It's like, oh, I have to have a cigarette. I usually crave something sweet. So like whether it's lunchtime or dinner time or something, and I just find that a lot of the gluten-free stuff is really high in calories. So I think that that's, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So after dinner in the evenings is like the hot spot, and you have a sweet tooth. You just like you want that. Would you call it a craving you're trying to
I
satisfy?
don't know. It's almost like a habit. It's a habit, I guess it is. I don't know. I just feel like it's like, like growing up, we used to always have dessert after dinner. My
Honest
mother
to
used to
God.
always have dessert, right? So,
I
hmm
remember we didn't, and I remember so my daughter, well, it's a blended family. My stepdaughter is from Quebec, French Canadian, and I'm serving her meal or the family the meal, and she looked at me, well, okay, what's for dessert? As if like it was just a given. I'm like, damn, I don't know. I got strawberries,
my
but it
mom's
was
my mom was French Canadian too, so it was part of her lifestyle, right? So, yeah.
right, right, and it can be very habit forming for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, so we're going to come back to that because I think the habit might be like a key component for you. Um, let's see. Okay, I'll just ask you some questions. I think I know the answer. Do you restrict your food earlier in the day?
It depends because I work at the office, so I tend to prepare. I'm a prepper, so Sundays, like say prep.
Yeah.
So I probably do better during the daytime because I'm bringing stuff to work. So, I'm kind of limited to what I have. I think part of my sabotaging too at the office is because I sit down, I'm a sitter at work, and kind of gets monotonous after a while. So you kind of want to you pick, and I pick at stuff, right? So even if I saying, okay, I'm going to be great, here's my meals, I get bored. I'm at work, and so it's like slower or just monotonous kind of thing. So I just, I look for something to snack on.
You do, eh? Okay,
Hmm.
this is kind of a side note, but I will address it because I don't want
Okay.
to forget about it.
But I am probably good, better, like as I said, like during the week, during at work time, because I have prepped, I'm good. And then when I get home
Oh,
at nighttime, it's like I'm cooking different things. There's different things available, and weekends as well, because weekends I don't eat the things that I prep to bring to work.
gotcha. So weekends back to the evening thing.
Hmm.
And so that's when you're picking at stuff, but you're
Yes.
good through the day because you've prepped. So good
Yeah.
through the day. Okay, okay. All right. So the evening come up again, which is good because we want to see these patterns. The other
Yes.
thing I would mention to y'all, and it's not really related to addiction or noise, but in a fat loss protocol, you should wait at least a minimum of 2 hours between your meals. So just as a knowledge thing, if you're always like picking at something, your body
Mm.
will always have food in the stomach, and that's where it goes for fuel first. Okay. It takes about 2 hours to digest. And so that's why we say minimum of 2 hours so that your body will go into your fat cells for storage. So if you're constantly grazing all day and you're trying to lose fat or weight, it might make it more difficult. And I think we lost Donna. She did apologize for the reception. Okay. I just tell her. We'll be on anyways. Okay. Okay. So camp. Okay. So the evening has showed up. Are you skipping meals? I guess you're not. You're saying you're
Never.
pretty, yeah,
No, no, no.
quite the opposite, right?
I get hangry.
Yeah, me too, actually. And do you have protein at every meal?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's enough, I never know. So sometimes I don't think it's enough.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know too. Okay, so protein, um, maybe not enough. Okay, so let's explore that a little bit. So when you say, what makes you think it's not enough, Kim?
Because I don't measure. I'm more like I'm not, it's not like I can say, oh yeah, I had 4.5 ounces of protein. I'm like, it looks like about this, or or this a cup of yogurt or something like that. I'm like, I probably should be more consistent, to weigh it and to measure it, so I actually know what I'm eating. Because you can eyeball something and have an idea of what it is, and then it's way over. Like, so you think you're having X amount of calories, but you're really having a lot more because it ends up being, you just eyeballed it.
Yeah, agreed. And then, in fact, we were talking about measuring and logging last week. It was a big stressor. And so I think it's better if we just give ourselves permission, as long as you have some at every meal.
Hmm.
The cup of yogurt is perfect. I would say a half a cup to three-quarters of a cup, depending, how hungry you are and how much you've eaten the rest of the day. Even a cup would be fine. And then we talked about like the protein should be the size of your palm, not your fingers, but the thickness and the size of your palm. So you don't have to measure every time.
Okay.
And if you're getting protein at every meal, I'd be like, yes, that's good.
Okay.
It's better than a
Hmm.
lot. So I think you're probably good. I mean, if it bothers you too, you could always measure for 2 days or 3 days, and then you'd be able to figure it out.
Hmm.
But I suspect you're okay there. Not skipping. Now I know you're in pain a lot of the time, and I assume that sleep is affected.
Oh yeah, no. I If I sleep for 3 hours straight, that's a good night, or even 4 hours straight. That's really good. I can't tell you the last time I ever slept for 6 hours straight. It doesn't happen. I usually flopping around every couple of hours. So,
Okay, so and that can be a thing too, because when our sleep quality is low, it affects two hormones, leptin and ghrelin, and those are the two hormones that tell your body you're hungry or you're full, and they actually dull the receptors. So I don't know if you notice if you have a good sleep and then if you're accustomed to a good sleep and know how that feels and you get a bad sleep, it's like those cookies just call you and then you cannot fill yourself up. Do you find that sometimes you can't fill yourself up?
I don't know if I'm ever like, I mean, unless I've had a big dinner, but I can't like, or we've gone out or something like that. But I can't usually ever say that, oh my God, I'm so satisfied by this meal, or I'm so full or something like that. Like, I just,
Yeah. And that could be the sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll just put sleep, warm.
So I
And
think
in
the
your
sleep
case,
thing is a big thing.
hey,
The sleep is a big thing in my
yeah.
life. Yeah.
And I would say, and I'm curious to know if you would agree, I would think that it's not a hygiene thing for you. It's because you're in pain. Like, I don't know if we could do anything to, well, maybe like, do you have like a little routine before bed, Kim?
Normally, no, I just usually go to bed. It's not a
Okay.
usually a routine. Like we usually, no, we're watching TV and then we walk the dog and then I go to sleep. I go to bed
Okay.
kind of thing. Get ready for
Okay.
bed.
Okay. So you
And
do,
it's weird because my legs are sore. Like they sometimes can be sore during the daytime, but it's like within like 5 minutes of me laying down, my legs just start aching, and I don't know what it is about the laying down thing that just is like it's it's when my legs are the most painful. Like I feel them during the daytime
uh-huh.
sometimes, but not to the it's as soon as I lay down. As soon as I lay down, within like 5 minutes, my legs just start. It's very painful.
Okay. Again, this is a little deviation
Mm.
because I used to have the same problem. And it was always when I put my feet up to relax, and it's so painful that my toes will curl sometimes, not every night, but they'll curl up to the ceiling,
Ouch.
literally, like they look like I'm deformed, and I can't, it's painful to put them down. Does your muscle contract and it won't
No, it's
release?
just like no, it's just
Oh,
like this aching, stabbing pain. So the only way I get released sometimes is to lay on my back, but I'm not a back sleeper, so I end up back on my side, which then wakes me up kind of thing. So
huh. And you've talked to your doctor about all this,
yeah, I've been getting testing for I don't know how long now. They've actually recommended I'm going to go see a pain specialist. I'm
like a
waiting to
neurologist.
go. No, they said it's a pain management uh, specialist, I guess.
When's that happening?
I have my first, I have to do like a class, like I have to do like an introductory class sometime in
Okay.
June before the doctor accepts me. Because
Okay.
I've been through testing for probably 20 years now. I've been doing testing and they lumped it to say it was fibromyalgia, but I don't know. I think, you go through all these testings and they can't figure it out, so they say it's fibro. So,
Okay. Okay, cool. So far we have habits in the evening, a little bit of grazing on the weekends,
yeah.
and then sleep, but it's related probably to this pain that you've got specialists looking after.
Hmm.
True? Okay.
Yeah. I think I still mostly self-sabotage myself, like I said, in the evening and on the weekends.
And would you classify it like self-sabotage?
Probably. I would probably think so because, I mean, I have vegetables here that I could choose to eat at night times, but I choose to have them. I could have some carrot sticks kind of thing. And I don't know, I just sitting around and I think it's more out of boredom. I think it's out of boredom because when I'm busy and I'm doing stuff like that, I could go hours without eating.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. I
All
think it's
right.
just boredom.
Okay, so that's like emotional response. It's a
Yeah.
habit thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's hone into this because I think that's pretty common for us. Let's hone into this habit. So there's a really good book, and I meant to look it up before we got on the call by Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit. And he talks about this habit loop. Are you guys familiar with this book?
No.
We're talking about Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit. Okay, so um, think about a circle. Okay. And this is what he teaches in the book. And on one side of the circle, it's the trigger. So in Kim's case, it's the evening and boredom. On the other side of the circle, there's a reward. And it's that feeling like the cigarette feeling.
Hmm.
Okay. And in the middle is our routine. So what Charles Duhigg says is the trigger is not going away. The evening is going to come and you're going to want that cigarette, just had a cigarette feeling, that relief, that comfort, whatever it is that you would call it is very powerful. And it's not about willpower, it's super strong. So he teaches what we have to do is change that routine. And the key is the routine has to give you some level of that reward sensation that you're looking for. So, like in your case, you were saying, "Oh, I have vegetables I could pick," but you don't pick them because I shouldn't put words in your mouth, but I think you don't pick them because you're not going to get that reward that you're looking for.
Probably, because then after I eat it, it's like, "Ugh, why did I just eat that? I did so well all day, like you big dummy kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, so and there's something too, and then I kind of stopped my questions because I thought we were on to the habit thing, but the name calling and the shaming afterwards
Hmm.
is also something that we probably should change or address or give yourself more patience with or something. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, so let's get to the routine first. And let's like we can brainstorm and Kim, maybe you have ideas with that in mind. What, if anything, comes to your mind that you could do that would give you that same or close reward feeling?
I don't know.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I have no idea. Like I maybe, try to make some stuff that has like, it's a healthier version of what I'm going to be reaching for. Maybe that's a thing I should be doing.
Perfect. And you know what? I kind of skipped a step. Bad on me, because I should have asked you, okay, because we never really talk like what do you go for?
Candy, chocolate,
Candy? Okay, is it dark chocolate, milk chocolate,
normally just milk chocolate.
milk chocolate?
And it's
Okay.
the sour candies,
Well,
sour
that's quite a
kids.
mix, right? We got real
I know.
sweet.
I know.
Okay, okay.
And
And
it's just
so,
little things. Like I don't eat a lot. It's just a habit. I'll go and have like, like I don't know, like if they're even those little eggies, like those things at Easter time you get,
yeah,
they're
those
they're
little,
there. They're sitting on the table and I'll have to reach over. I'll probably only eat like 6 or 7 of them, but because they're there, I'll eat them.
okay, 6 or 7. Okay, okay, okay. So there's a couple things I want to not forget. So the portion, 6 or 7, and they're
Hmm.
sitting out in the table. Okay. So let me just mark my notes. Okay. So candies, chocolate, and so it's not a chocolate bar. It's like pieces of
Oh
more.
no,
No.
no, it's just a piece, like just a couple of pieces or something. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just
So I
I just
cut.
because they're in the drawer and I know they're there and I, sitting around and it's like a habit, you get up and it's like I just need to have a couple of them. I don't ever eat the whole bag. I've never done that. It's just I have to pick at them because I know they're there.
Sure. And
Hmm.
I'll just say, studies have proven if you have the stuff sitting out where you can see it, you'll eat more of it. If it's in the
Okay.
cupboard, I had so I had a client one time, it's Easter time, Easter eggs. So I said, well, like if you put it out of reach, do you think that would stop you from eating all the candy? She goes, yes, you know what? She said, I'm going to put it in my car. So I have to go to my car to get the chocolate. I'm like, okay. So it's Easter. She goes, she wants this candy. She's got in her glove compartment. She goes to her car, she slips on the ice and she's in her robe. She said, there I am, spread eagle on my back. She said, I ain't going back to the car to get candy again. Oh my
My
God.
call.
Okay. So if it's sitting out, you will eat more.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I know it's there.
Yeah, exactly. So and not just you, like studies show, this is how we will behave. So let's brainstorm what we could do, because you're right. If you had a healthier version of the same thing, then it might give you that reward and it would break that habit of the chocolate.
And we always have stuff like that in the house because my husband's a huge sweet tooth. Got all kinds of crap in the house. Yeah.
And that's very common where we talk, and I'm saying, well, if it's in your house, um, John Berardi from Precision Nutrition says, if it's in your house, someone you love, someone you like, someone you're barely tolerating will eat it. But,
Yeah.
okay, so let's take well, I think we should take it in two things. So first, the sour candies, because I think it's different than the chocolate.
I know it's just again, their habit. It's a habit,
Oh, and
I
okay,
think.
so if we found one thing to replace them, you would be
Yeah,
okay.
probably, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I have an idea, but I'm going to throw it out to the rest of the group because sometimes I feel like you guys all often have better ideas than I do, honest to God. So I'll see if you guys have any thoughts of what we could do to replace the chocolate and the candy.
Um, I love snacking and I have a sweet tooth as well, so I am always making like alternatives all the time. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things, and as long as it's in my house and I have it, I will usually go for that. But I'm kind of in the same shoes as Kim where I live with someone who bakes all the time and there's
Mm.
constantly baking and that's my weakness. So I get that, but I do have a lot of recipes I could share with the group. Like I have a brownie batter protein ball, and oh
Mm,
my gosh, it is so good. If you like chocolate, for me, it kicks that kind of craving, and I feel, okay, I'm good. I don't need to go eat something. I'm not like a huge chocolate person, but I've just found for me having the alternatives really helps. If I restrict and don't have like something sweet, I will binge. So I think
okay.
having an alternative, yeah, I have a few really good recipes that I make all the time that have kind of helped me. Like a lemon poppy seed, gluten-free bite, and it tastes like lemon poppy seed cake, like
Oh,
lots of,
Okay.
because I need the sweet, I need the texture. I need to feel like I'm eating cake, basically. So I do have a lot of recipes. If you want, I can share some of my favorites with you guys.
mhm.
Sure. Love it. Love
Might
it.
be,
And
but that's for me. I can't restrict. I've done that before, lost 30 pounds. As soon as it's done, I gained it all back because
yeah,
I can't do that.
100%, 100%. And I love that. So I was talking to Paula yesterday. Maybe Kim and Sid don't know. Paula owns the gym that we work for, and we had our meeting, and I was telling her about this group, and she suggested that I create a Facebook group for the regular people and actually kind of have a membership there. So I will. It's on my to-do list to set up the group, but once I get the group, Chelsea, then you can put your recipes in that group.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And they're
Perfect.
not mine. I can't take credit for them. I find them on, Instagram all the
Sure.
time, but
Sure.
they're, they're really good and gluten free. I think most of them, well, all of them are gluten free. So,
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
have a recommendation
All right.
for Kim. I'm a binge eater and I love chocolate. But so over the years, I've tried not buying the milk chocolate, but buying 70% or higher chocolate. And I
Okay.
find that I eat it, I don't crave more. Like it doesn't take much. And it's like, okay, that's all I need. But I don't know if everybody's the same way, but it sure worked for me. So,
Okay. I like
and
dark chocolate. I do like it.
not buying it. It helps me. If I want something, I'll just go and buy it and I'll eat it that day, but I will not keep it in my house because I know I'm not going to succeed. It's just, what do you do with a disorder like that? There's no really help out there for it. Like I'm binge eating. Like you don't go, I haven't been to counseling for it. Like
Mhm.
it's hard. And I understand that. And I feel
Hmm.
for you because it is difficult.
And so,
I
Sid,
just always feel like, how come I can't do this? Like, I think that's what goes through my head. It's just like, I want to lose the weight and I go gung ho kind of thing. And then I somehow feel like, I want it, I really want it. So why can't I do this? Like, why am I always sticking the wrong things in my mouth kind of thing, right? So,
It took me years though. It's not just
yeah,
an overnight thing.
yeah,
You have to form habits and it takes a long time. And we have to be
yeah,
more patient with ourselves.
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
I just wanted to recommend another thing for sleep. I don't know if you take prescription medications, but I take trazodone, which is, I think, an antidepressant, but I sleep now.
I've tried trazodone. I was on Lyrica for a
Oh,
really long time. I was Lyrica for years. And then it stopped working for me. And
Mm.
so I was sort of at a stage in my life where it's like, okay, I didn't want to start taking higher and higher and higher dosages because I'm thinking, okay, I'm close to 60 years old. Like, at what kind of dosage am I going to be on? So I actually went off of all medication. I think it was Lyrica, and it might have been trazodone at the same time. I was taking two. I weaned myself off yeah, I was taking the trazodone and Lyrica, and I weaned myself off the trazodone first, and to see how my body reacted. and then eventually I weaned myself off of the Lyrica. I was off of all medication for about a year because I was trying to see if I could do it more naturally and try and
Mhm.
like do yoga and do other stuff and see how my body reacted. I just got to the point probably about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I couldn't stand it any longer. I was very desperate to like sleep and stuff. So I've started amitriptyline. So I'm on a lower dosage right now, trying to build it back up. But honestly, I'm taking 20 milligrams a night now, and nothing has helped because they told me that the amitriptyline is for like nerve. It helps with the pain rather than just the sleep. It gets supposed to take care of the pain, but it's not working yet. So
Have you tried
I'm hopeful.
gabapentin?
Hmm.
Have you tried gabapentin?
Yeah, like I said, I've tried lots of
Okay.
different things.
Okay.
So I just don't know what the pain is in my legs that seems to be so bad at nighttime for me.
But good for you for going
So
to the pain clinic because I've done two in my lifetime and they really help.
okay, I'm looking. I have to, like I said, have to do an educational program in a few, I think mid June, and then the doctor will accept me afterwards. So I don't know anything about it. So let's hope something because
Well, good luck with
sleep's
yeah.
a big thing. Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
And stress.
Yes, exactly. And the pain is causing stress, it's causing inflammation. And part of that is sending you for that comfort food as well.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I
But
think so.
yeah, but I did like the chocolate idea, Sid, and I was going to say the same thing because that's what works for me, dark chocolate. But I usually couple, for me, I like it with nuts. I like the sweet and salty,
Mm.
so I'll get the chocolate and I don't know. More nuts than I need, honestly, like a quarter cup of nuts or a third cup of nuts with a piece of dark chocolate. But I've created that habit myself. I'm going to look at Fiona. I'm going to turn it over to Fiona and see if she had anything to add.
Well, pretty much what's been said is that um, I have the same sort of thing that Kim is going through, and I've tried the dark chocolate as well, and um, so I really don't have much to add. It's pretty much the same.
And what did you think of Chelsea's recipe ideas? Did you think that would be something you'd want to try?
Oh, sure, yes.
No,
Janet, can I make one more quick suggestion
for sure.
that you have helped me with as well? For the nighttime eating, like I'm the same as you, Kim. I'll do like my day is on point, perfect up until after dinner, and then I want the sweet and I want a snack because I want to be that comfort piece. So Janet suggested intermittent fasting to me. So she said like have your last bite at 7:30 and I'm not perfect, so I really appreciate the advice that these are habits they're forming, they take time, but it has probably cut out my nighttime snacking significantly. Um, because I think for the 6 week challenge, I probably did like really well intermittent fasting for 5 weeks. So I wouldn't eat past
Wow.
7:30, and I typically would eat, even if it was healthy eating, I would still snack till like 9:30.
Mm.
And so that's a habit that's really helped me with my snacking. So even if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have that piece of cake tonight because I'm gonna have it tonight, whatever, it is what it is. At least I would stop at 7:30, so I wasn't going back and back for like more stuff and trying to find more comfort. So that's something that clicked with me and worked a lot for me to help reduce my nighttime snacking. The
So you
cravings
cut
are still
yourself
there.
off at a certain time? You
Yeah.
just cut it. Okay.
Yeah, like I eat my dinner at 6:30. So Janet suggested like just right after dinner pretty much have your little snack that you like, and that would usually be one of the healthy things I've made or something not healthy. But at least I wasn't like kind of that binging, snacking habit through the night. So
Okay.
again, the cravings are still there, but once I did it for a while, I felt really good and it just kind
Okay.
of stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really, really like that in the last 6 weeks, building that habit.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because it wasn't on the forefront of my mind. I might have thought about it once we hung up, but yeah, that's a very good suggestion, Chelsea. And there's lots of other benefits to intermittent fasting too. It can help with cholesterol. In addition to losing weight, it can help with cognitive function. They
Mm-hmm.
say we should all be doing it like once we hit perimenopause. So, well,
Because when you said intermittent fasting to me, I was like, no, I'm not starving myself through the day. I'm gonna be grumpy and hangry, and but that's not what it is. It's just like have your 12-hour window between your last meal and breakfast, or I think we were doing 12 to 14.
yeah.
And it's not like I'm starving through the day. It's just my normal sleep. I just stop eating sooner at night.
The,
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. What did I want to share? Me too, actually, so I will not advise you guys of anything I already haven't tried. So I do a lot of experiment. And I remember I thought I have to do intermittent fasting because everyone's trying it and everyone's doing it. And I thought I'm going to hate this. But I felt really good. And the research changed my mind. The research made me do it. But 2 or 3 years ago, I was very anti-IF. I thought it was ridiculous. But the more and more studies are showing, especially for older women, the benefits. And when I did it, I was like you, Chelsea. I'm like, oh my God, I do it all. I've done it for years now. Probably as soon as I started it, I continued. Okay, we're almost at a time, but before we go, and this is kind of a different topic, and maybe it'll be a topic that we delve more into, but it came up that like we eat a little bit or we have these things that we wish we didn't. And then there's a lot of shame that we put on
Hmm.
ourselves. And I think we come to the table a lot with this guilt and shame and stuff. But I just want you to know that studies show that when we don't give self-compassion to ourselves, it causes us to eat, it amplifies the problem. Okay, they did a study with two groups. Both groups were women, both groups were dieting. Oh, sorry, people. Both groups were dieting. They told the groups that they were doing an experiment on TV programs, I think. It was all bogus. So they come to the table, and these people think they're being experimented on their TV that they're watching, but they're given snacks, popcorn, I think, or soda. And then after the show, they feed these people, there's a whole bunch of candy in the green room, and cookies and cakes and that. So the researchers told one group, we know you're dieting, but it's okay. A little bit of candy, it's not going to hurt. It's all good. Just help yourself and fill out your questionnaire. The other group, they didn't say nothing to, but they had the same amount of candy. They had the same environment. The people who were given permission had their little snack and that, and then they dealt and went on. The people who were told nothing ate 3 times more than the
Wow.
yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, and the thing is too, Kim, you mentioned you had a few pieces. If you're getting results, like always look and say, is my waist smaller? Is my hip, do I feel better? Am I getting stronger? And take some of the pressure off yourself. I think Sid said we have to be a little kinder to ourselves. And it will go a long way. Like, okay, I did that. It's in the past. Look forward. And then tomorrow I'll do better. I'm going to do this tomorrow.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel down on myself because it's like, okay, you think you've done good, you think you've done good, and you step on the scale, and it's like, all right, how come this thing hasn't friggin' moved? It's like, why am I doing this? Look, why am I putting myself through this if it's nothing's happening? Like,
Oh, yeah.
so then you get harder on yourself about it, and it's like a vicious circle kind of thing.
Exactly.
Hmm.
This morning I was doing a video for exercise and she said, don't ask me how long is it going to be before I lose weight. That's the wrong question. She said, Um, am I willing to do what it takes to continue this?
Hmm.
And we give so much power to that stupid machine on the bathroom floor.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Like, whatever.
I know.
You know, I go up and down too. You go out for a meal, you have a Starbucks coffee for God's sake, because it's full of something, and the scale goes up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Any questions before we close up? Comments, anything at all?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Thank you so much for being vulnerable and putting yourself in the hot seat. I really do love these discussions, you guys. I find them so empowering. And just remember, the goal is not perfection. We just want to get better, right?
Hmm.
Just improve a little bit more. And then Kim, share if you try Chelsea's recipes and they work, or the 70%
Yes.
chocolate, or just being kinder, or
Yeah.
maybe
I
put
think
the
I think the cutoff time too is really something I can try and do. I think the cutoff is a good suggestion.
yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm going to keep that in mind too, to let other people know, because sometimes I forget. All right. I'm going to close down the call unless there's other questions. Now, Sid and Chelsea will stay on, and we'll just do a quick close for the flat belly challenge.
Okay.
All right, Kim,
Have a
thank you
nice long
again.
weekend, everyone. Chelsea, hope you get
Take
some
care,
hot
Kim.
weather.
Good luck with
Yes.
Take care.
everything.
Sun shining
Bye.
now, thankfully.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Janet, sorry. Now, how long is this going to take now?
Oh, it shouldn't take very long, 15 minutes. Do you have to be somewhere?
Yeah, I have a date at 2.
Oh, it's at 2, girl. Okay, so we'll let you go first.
Oh, okay.
Um, I'm gonna say, is Fiona still on? I guess it doesn't matter. But I was curious to know if you had any feedback on the flat belly challenge, any wins, any considerations to improve it next time, anything at all.
Well, I'm very happy that I was able to join this program and for your suggestion of doing that,
Okay.
because so many things have changed. The protein is a big one for me because I didn't know I was not eating enough protein. And so that increased, and I found that it makes me fuller. I don't have cravings. If I meet my protein goals, it makes me fuller and more satisfied. So when I don't, that's when I find out, like, I wake up in the morning hungry. But if I've had enough protein during the day before, I'm good. But if I don't, I'm really hungry, right, like first thing in the morning. And I didn't like that feeling. So I said, okay, that's a sign for me to say, okay, well, then you know what to do, Sid. You got to eat
Good.
your protein.
Good. 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 Good.
Yeah, that was a big one for me. And just starting to move more. It was difficult with some of the exercises because of the pain that I deal with. And I'm going through pain meds right now with my doctor, and I'm in a lot of pain, but I think it had to do with a lot of the yard work because I would put like 2 hours in, 3 hours at one session. And I'm not a big person. So just all that movement and bending down and using my arms and shoulders, it was very painful. So I'm still dealing with the pain. But when I was on painkillers and it worked the right amount, I was able to do more. So, but now I know I can't lift the weight that I was lifting. I've got to go lighter. And I've got exercise bands. I think that's going to help me with like resistance training.
Right.
So different things I've adjusted now that I can work with, and doing it every other day, like the strength training. I know it's important for me because I have no muscle. I'm in atrophy, and it's tough, like to open up a jar of something, or
Yes.
So yeah, strength is it's important to me. So I'm going to keep it up, and I know that. And this is the program that really gave me a lift, like
Oh,
a good
good.
start.
Good. Good. Good.
So I'm happy overall. Yeah.
I put up a post from CTV, and this lady started lifting. I think she was 80 or 85.
Yeah.
And and she said, I'm training to stay out of the nursing home. I'm like, yes,
And I work in a nursing home, so I see a lot.
right.
Yeah, it's
I know.
important,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's never too late to start.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that clip. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good video.
Well, I'm glad you got so
Yeah,
much out of the program, and 100% to everything you said. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I have to thank you for all your support and your
Oh,
help and just being a great coach.
Oh, thank you,
I love
Fran.
you so much.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Chelsea.
Yeah. Um, well, I would echo a little bit of what Sid said with just forming habits, and like I was really proud of myself for my consistency in my workouts because yeah, I love working out. I've been doing it for years and years and I'm usually consistent, but I was just like on it. I think I really like the 3 days a week because it's realistic. So I like the 3 day strength training. And I was just thinking to myself the other day, I found my love walking again. Like I used to love to walk so much. And then I kind of felt, oh, it's a chore. I gotta go for a walk. I gotta walk the dog. I would only go around the block. Like I wasn't, but now I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that half-hour walk. Like
Oh,
it's just,
nice.
yeah. So I really liked having the three strength training and then the other days were mainly walking. And I think that helped me hit my goals. Um, and yeah, just the new habits around the intermittent fasting. Like I said, the kind of the last week I fell off a little bit, but just forming those new habits and less snacking, less late night eating, more willpower around things in my house, and
Good job.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
So
this is a little personal for you, but when you took your weight, was that yesterday morning?
yeah, and it was like 3 pounds down today. So
Well, that's what I was going to ask you because of those gallstones, or whatever attack you had, whatever was going
yeah.
on, it could have caused inflammation. And I wondered if it was going to just jump back down.
Yeah, it did go back down this morning and like just some, stomach issues and that. So definitely could have been because I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that number like for even like, yeah, I've never seen it there before. So I was a
And
little shocked, but
it is
could
a
be
shock.
inflammation, could be like just a little more gluten snacks and sugar, that inflammation piece too. So that's my biggest goal, as always, is more consistency with gluten, sugar, nutrition. I
Mhm.
think I wrote back on my feedback form about myself is like I'll go strong for a week, the next week I won't. And then I'll go strong for a week, the next week I won't. And it's not like I'm blowing the entire week, but it's just like, oh, I'm doing so good. Yeah, down 2 pounds. And then the next week, I'll like almost every other day, I'll be like, sugar, gluten, sugar, gluten. So
Ah.
mine's consistency and nutrition for sure is my goal. I seem to chase a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's almost like, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm only saying this because I do it too. It's like you get this confidence, you go, oh, I got this figured out. And then
Mm-hmm.
you think, I can eat what I want. My body's respond. And then you do it, and you're like, oh no. And the universe is alone. No, bitch, not so much, you know?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just can do it strong for like a week or two and then I go. But again, it's forming habits. It's not going to be perfect.
Exactly.
Weight loss is never perfect, or strength is never perfect. So just, I think taking away from this meeting, just be gentle on yourself. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no
Just
sense
keep,
of stressing.
exactly. It's only going to make things worse or exasperate what the problems we've already got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else, ladies, before we let Sid go to her hot date?
Yeah. Have fun.
Thanks. It's dating's difficult and in our age, like in our older age, it's not fun and I hate it. And but when you get that
Yep.
second, that's a good sign because I never get a second date. You do the first meet and greet and but no,
Oh, good.
we seem to be hitting it off and conversing on the phone. He's not a big texter. I said, good, because I'm not either. So talking on the phone is nice, actually.
Oh,
Oh, that's
cool.
great.
You never get
Yeah.
to, when you text people, you don't really know behind the scenes, like really the meaning behind their words. And so face to face or verbally is so much better to get to know somebody.
For sure.
That's great.
Yeah,
Have
well, thanks.
fun.
Thanks, ladies. I hope it works out too. I'm really
Yeah, text us and
lonely.
let's.
Especially after I lost Daisy, like it's just been really tough. Like she's not there anymore. She was my shadow, and it's like, sorry, I just find myself in moments. It catches up to me.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. That's
Yeah.
going to take a while too. That's going to take a minute.
It's
For
been
sure.
about 2 months now, but I have my moments, and talking about her, it's sad, but it'll get better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But thanks for your support too, Chelsea.
Yeah, I
And I
hope
wish you all the
I hope you
best.
have a great day.
Thank you.
Enjoy. And thanks,
It's snowing
Janet,
in
for
Calgary? Do you have snow in Calgary?
we did yesterday. Yeah. You guys?
Nothing in Edmonton.
Oh, okay.
Well, not where I am. I haven't been outside yet today, but it doesn't look like it's been snowing.
Yeah, today's nice, but yesterday was snowy and it was like that wet, slushy snow, so it
Oh, okay.
didn't really stick around too much, but just yeah,
But it's enough
typical
already.
May long.
It's enough
The middle
already,
of
right?
May, for God's sake. Like, what is this, right?
What's the temperature in Ottawa?
Oh, it's warm today. It's nice. This is probably the nicest day we've had all spring. Right
Okay.
now, we're sitting at 23, actually.
That's very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
And your move is going good?
Move is
Everything?
going, Sedalia. We
Good,
leave a
good.
week Monday.
Wow.
So Sid is my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Joe has got everything, Joe. All the gym equipment's gone. The
Oh,
big
good.
ticket item, like the house is empty. In fact, I couldn't go to the office because there's nowhere to sit. That's why you saw Joe had his headphones on. He couldn't hear us, but that's why you saw him walking because there's no place to go, really.
Well, good luck with all of that and
Thank you.
you move to BC.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stay in touch.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I want to hear about your date tomorrow. So text me
And
or
the
message
picture
me or
too.
whatever. Okay. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
thanks,
ladies.
everyone.
All
Have a
right.
good
Thank
evening.
you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.